Welcome back to Apple Addiction. The Apple Watch Series 7 is expected in 2021, and it is expected to be introduced alongside the iPhone 13 in September this year. We're beginning to hear many rumors and leaks about the new smartwatch, Series 7, as well as the Apple Watch SE 2. We have heard some rumors pointing to a wearable with a glucometer sensor, a new design, and more features, though some of these features might not arrive until the Apple Watch Series 8. So in this video, we are going to tell you about Apple Watch Series 7. You won't believe what we'll feature. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Apple has used the exact same mounting system since the launch of the very first Apple Watch in 2015. Even the Series 4 or 5 and 6, which features the facelift design, still work perfectly with previous Apple Watch bands. But if Apple does indeed make a major design change this year, then you will likely need to repurchase all of your bands, which, in itself, could be a reason for Apple wanting to redesign it. Like, imagine the sheer amount of profits that Apple could make by just requiring everyone to purchase their favorite bands again. Back in 2018, Ming-Chi Kuo, one of Apple's most reliable and most well-known analysts, said that Apple will be releasing a new Apple Watch with a new design and a 50% larger display without making the watch larger. So, from what that report was implying, the design changes of the Series 4 were indeed expected to be quite minor, and they were. Ming-Chi Kuo was perfectly correct. Back in September 2020, Ming-Chi Kuo reported that the next Apple Watch will be getting a significant form factor design change. That report was from September 14, 2020. In that same report, he also claimed that the Apple Watch 6 series would feature the same design as the Series 5 and only come with a blood oxygen level meter as the single new feature. Ming-Chi Kuo is actually expecting a significant design change this time. There is a very good chance that the entire body will be dramatically changed for the very first time. Now, Ming-Chi Kuo doesn't always get the dates right, as he does make adjustments to them quite often, but he usually does get all the other details surprisingly correct. The Apple Watch was announced back in 2014, but only launched in 2015 up until 2018. So the next 4 years, it used the exact same design. In 2018, Apple launched the Apple Watch Series 4, which featured a facelift design with a slightly more rounded shape, thinner bezels, and redesigned back. And then the Series 5 and the 6, they followed the exact same design with some minor changes to the back, with the inclusion of new health monitoring sensors. And the obvious change here is, of course, to make it circular. When the Apple Watch launched, Apple made it rectangular rather than circular, like traditional watches were, and all future models of the Apple Watch followed the same shape. And since the Apple Watch had the most advanced components for any smartwatch on the market at launch, Apple needed as much internal space as possible. However, since 2014, the Apple Watch components have gotten smaller and smaller. Therefore, Apple doesn't actually require that much internal space, and they could, in theory, easily make a circular model if they wanted to. Now, since the very first Apple Watch, Apple has essentially had two different models: the entry-level model, which came in an aluminum case, and even multiple colors with a Series 6, and then the premium model, which features different finishes, such as stainless steel, titanium, and even ceramic. Ming-Chi Kuo predicted, in a research note seen by Mac Rumors, that the new Apple Watch shipments momentum in 2021 will benefit from innovative health management functions and improved form factor design. Health monitoring sensor. Speaking about the first new feature is set to be a brand new health monitoring sensor. According to a report from ET News, the Apple Series 7 will feature a blood glucose monitoring sensor, which is actually pretty hard to do, apparently on a wearable device. And that's because, in order to measure the amount of sugar in your blood, as this is what glucose monitoring is, the device would normally need a drop of your blood. Now, obviously, the Apple Watch won't be stabbing you anytime soon, but apparently, Apple has found a way to do it using a non-invasive optical sensor. They do actually have a few patents on this, and apparently, now they are focusing on improving its reliability. Design. Aside from health monitoring sensor, the second big leak from just a few days ago showed a fresh patent application for Apple of what appears to be an Apple Watch with a wrap around the display. This is so cool. Now the watch itself is also circular, but what's truly unique about it is that the display also continues to the band itself. Now, the patent also describes the ability for users to have a permanent band texture displayed on that digital band itself, which implies that the band that comes with the watch will not be removable. And that also means that the material that Apple chooses for the band will be the only material option that will get at least that is the most likely situation. And these are the two main things that we expect to see based on the leaks and major design changes, and this new glucose monitoring sensor. And I do believe that it will actually get to see both of them, as the Apple Watch hasn't actually received a major redesign since the Series 4 in 2018. The Series 5 in 2019 added the always-on display. But the thing is, the Series 4 could already do that, thanks to it also having an LTPO display. Like the only thing that the Series 4 was lacking was a display controller, which Apple could have easily added, but they didn't. And then the Series 6 was basically a Series 5 with an oxygen level meter and a faster processor and a brighter display. Even with these fairly big changes that Series 7 is set to come with. But there are some issues Apple has to improve. Pricing. With the first one being pricing, the Apple Watch is the world's most expensive smartwatch. Not necessarily because of that $400 price point, but because if you want to get the stainless steel variant, it would cost you over $700. And that's for a small one. If you had the larger 44mm, that would cost you $800. And the reason why I'm mentioning the stainless steel model is that Apple's stainless steel isn't that much different compared to what other Android smartwatches use, which is also 316L stainless steel. Yet somehow, the stainless steel Apple Watch costs a few times the price of a stainless steel Android watch. One reason is true, that sapphire crystal display, alongside the treatment of the stainless steel body on the gold and space black models. But the material from which the body is made is still 316L stainless steel. And because of that, I really think that Apple should considerably lower the price of the stainless steel models, maybe at $500 to $600 at most. They would still be more expensive than a competition, but at least this will give more people the option to get those models of the Apple Watch. Charging. So at the moment, the Apple Watch uses its own proprietary charging standard, which means that you have to use its own charger to charge it. Even though it's wireless charging, you have to use that specific charger. Apple should use a normal standard charging system, which means that you can charge it from any wireless charging pad, as well as from the back of a phone that supports reverse while they're charging. So if Apple enables reverse wireless charging on the iPhone 12, which is in fact, it's already there in the hardware, just not enabling software, then this would make the Series 7 the biggest upgrade that the Apple Watch has ever received. Battery life. Apple Watch Series 7 introduced sleep tracking, but the problem with this is that your Apple Watch needs to be charged before you go to bed, and it takes about 2 hours or even more to charge an Apple Watch. So you need to make sure that you charge it for about 2 or so hours before going to sleep. But then guess what? When you wake up, the battery life will be low, and you'll have to put it on charge again to make sure that it is charged by the time you go to work. So the lack of better battery life, which can really only be improved by either Apple significantly improving the efficiency of the processor or by adding a larger battery. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.